Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico from the Creativity Cave, and I'm so happy to be stamping with you today. I have to be excited because I really want to take a nap. So I think this is the best way to get through my day, right? Okay. So I really am excited though to share with you these two amazing cards that I created, and they're easy peasy. I can't wait to show you how easy they are, actually. They feature the Botanical Prints product medley. So this product medley is in our Occasions catalog. It comes with the Botanical Prints stamp set and coordinating dies, which are really nice. It also comes with a roll of Old Olive twill ribbon, which I love. It's really nice and flat, which is great for cards. A package of these cute little bees, some die cut sheets. So there's like labels and banners. Then there's some pre-colored die cut images. There's these beautiful laser cut overlay pieces. And then there is a magnificent set of printed paper, which you get a whole bunch of sheets. So they're black and white on one side, which, let's be honest, that's like the best. The bee's knees, maybe. And then they're colored on the other side. And I really like them. Now, I know I have a lot of people from the Southern Hemisphere watching me. And while I'm pretty sure that's a citrus of some kind, you know, lemon, lime, orange, whatever, I'm wondering if you can tell me what is, let me find it here. So that's like a lemon for sure. I want to say that's a plum or a peach. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. So what are these? Like, are they apples? Then what are these? Because is that like with the little flower right there? Is this something I'm not aware of? I don't know what this is. So if you're watching and you can enlighten me, please let me know. Okay, now let's get to the stamping because that's the good part, right? Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of really cute ideas that you can do with this stamp set. Now I'm using some die cut pieces, but if you run out of the die cut pieces, you can just stamp the image and die cut it and then color it yourself. So it'll still work. So we'll start with this green one. I forgot to emboss this. I'm going to emboss this with my subtle embossing folder. Hold on, I'll be right back. I love this because it just adds a little bit of texture and it's just nice. It's really nice. Okay, so I've got a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of Old Olive, and then I'm going to adhere it to a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic black cardstock. Now you can really use either side of this piece of cardstock. It's just really kind of your personal preference. And I'll put this on with a little bit of glue and then adhere it like so. I have a thick white card base that I'm using as the base of my card. I love the thick white cardstock that Stampin' Up! Carries. It's really nice and it looks fantastic, and it's a little sturdier than just regular white cardstock, which I really like a lot also. Okay, I'll attach this to my card, and I like to use liquid glue for my cards because in the humidity they don't fall apart, and that has happened to me before when I use snail. I don't like that. Now, you'll have to laugh maybe just a little because I was making this card, and if you look at this, I have a 1-inch strip, a 1-inch strip, not a 1-inch strip, and another 1-inch strip. This is probably like 1 1/4, and I don't know why that happened, but it did. I'm not sure how that happened, maybe is more accurate. So what I did is, out of my printed paper, I took and cut a 3 1/4 inch strip, and then I'm going to cut it every 1 inch, okay? Or 1 1/4 by accident. I kind of like how it looks, and now I sort of feel like I have to keep it. And then it's kind of a funny story that you can tell people when you are talking about the card. Now, I like to keep my pieces in order because you can see the picture will basically continue together. Okay, so this third one is 1 1/4. This is what happens when you're not paying attention and you're cutting. I'm not going to say I was distracted, but I probably was. Okay. And then lastly, another 1 inch strip, because that's when I realized, oh no. But see, I couldn't cut that extra piece out because then the picture wouldn't coordinate. I mean, it's a stamper's dilemma, you guys, for sure. Okay, so I've got my 4 pieces and you can see they all line up together, which is wonderful. And now I'm going to adhere them to my card. I want to make sure I've got them roughly evenly spaced. And I like to set everything out before I start adhering anything, just to make sure all those pieces will indeed fit, because we've come this far. We don't want to mess it up now, right? Or at least any more than we already have. So I'm just going to adhere that first piece down, and then everything else is based off of this one. So you want to make sure you get it on straight. And I have maybe, potentially, put the first piece on crooked and then really kicked myself. See, you guys all can benefit from the wealth of my vast knowledge of stamping mistakes. That's why I share them. Okay, then here's our, like, naughty piece of cardstock. And then our final piece. And again, I love that the image kind of carries through. You know, you can... It's all one big piece, so that's nice. Okay, and I love the black and white on the olive. I think that's a great look. So I cut myself. So I originally cut a 2 1/4 inch circle, but I decided that it wasn't quite big enough, so I went with the next larger sized circle from, so this is a circle punch. This is a die from our stitched circles. And on this one, I'm going to attach it with some snail. Now, vellum sticks to snail actually quite well, but I want, let's see, I want to attach it just so that it doesn't show so badly. Glue kind of doesn't work as well. Okay, so I'm going to go to my little die cut pieces, and I'll take out the orange here. And I also need a little bee, and I love the bees. They're really cool. Okay, finally I found my orange. So just pull that out of the die cut sheet, and this looks fantastic. I'm just going to pop this up. I can't tell you how much I've really come to love this kit. At first, I kind of looked at it and I was like, I don't know, it looks fancy. It's a little fancier than I'm kind of used to. But then I started working with it and I just love it. Now here's the real kicker, you guys. If you order this through my online store, you can get a PDF that has 12 project tutorials with videos to go along with this product medley. And it's free as my gift to you. If you already have the product medley yourself or would like to purchase it from me, that is an option as well. And it's $15 for 12 glorious projects. It's an incredible deal. So take advantage of that. All right, now I have this little skinny strip. This is about 1/4 inch, and it was just left over from trimming some cardstock, and I thought it would be perfect to stamp my thank you on here. Now the thank you is from the stamp set, but it says thank you kindly, and I just wanted the word thank you. So I'm going to take a little Post-it note here and place it on top of my image, and then I'm going to ink it up with some black ink. And you can see I'm giving it a good inking. But there's a really, really important step here, you guys. I mean, I can't even stress this enough. Remove the Post-it. Believe me, I have left it on there before and it does not look good. So I got rid of my Post-it, and now I'm just going to stamp this on my little scrap here. And boom, I have a thank you that's on a skinny little strip, and it makes me happy. Okay. I'm gonna then take my triple banner punch, which is kind of the workhorse of my punch collection. And I'm just going to trim the little banner on that piece. Isn't that awesome? I love the look of that. And then I'll just take my cute little trimmer here and cut that off. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to adhere that on here like so. And there's my sentiment. So cute. Now, of course, there's a bee coming to check out these little flowers here. I'll attach it with a glue dot because glue dots just do everything. Okay, there we go. So cute. And then I just had to add a little bow with my ribbon. This ribbon is so awesome. We've had ribbon like this in the past. It's been a couple years. I love it. In fact, I believe I should start a campaign to get it to come back. It's one of the main reasons that I like it so much is that it will, you know, you can make a bow that's really thin, which is just awesome. Okay, so I'll just trim the ends. And so when you go to mail this, it's not going to, the post office is not going to give you the 3rd degree. Maybe the 2nd degree, but not the 3rd degree. All right, so I'll just add that right there. And that's it. That's my card. Really simple. Okay, now for my next card, this one's even simpler. So I love that too. I mean, granted, we've got plenty of time to be making cards that are crazy busy, but sometimes simple is best. Now I'm going to grab a little piece of paper to protect my work surface. And on this one, I want to do a little stamping on the edge. So that's why, ooh, the card I made just fell down. Oh, it's a pretty one too. That's funny. I have cards sitting on a shelf right above me and it just blew down. That's really funny. All right. So my daughter says we have a ghost in our house named Elvis, but I do not believe her. This is my card and I really like how this one looks as well. It's super easy. So on this card, I'm going to take a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 pretty peacock. And one of the sentiments that comes in the stamp set says, I'm always here for you. And I really like that, especially right now. Perfect, perfect sentiment. So I'm going to stamp this kind of all over the place, for lack of a better description, like so. And maybe even one more time, like that. Okay. So I just kind of have a little collage. And then I'm also going to take a sponge. I just have this sponge right here. And I'm going to just put a little color along that corner where I've stamped. So nothing crazy over the top, just a little color like so. Okay. Then I also have the same size panel, a 4 by 5 1/4 inch panel, and I'm going to put this on the inside of my card. And of course I want that sentiment to be in here as well. So I'm always here for you. And I also had a little 1/2 inch strip of the printed paper that I'm using left over, and I'm going to put that right alongside this piece. And so it's pretty on the inside. All right. We'll just snip that off right there. Lovely. Okay. Now, the next step is to put this together. Now, I used the same circle die as the last card, and I die cut one of our pieces of printed paper. And look at this black pattern. Isn't it awesome? I just can't say enough good things about it. Really like it. So I'll place that right on here. And then I'm going to add my die cut piece, and you can use any of the die cuts from this stamp set. Maybe I'll use this one just to change things up a little bit. And just like before, I'll pop that up with some dimensionals. And I put kind of a lot on here just because I want it to be nice and kind of even. Normally I'd only put like 2 on there, maybe even 1. All right. So I've got these are lemons, I'm pretty sure. I've got mine on here. And then I will tie some ribbon around. And for this, I'm going to go around the card and just tie a knot instead of a bow like last time. But this is easy to do and adds a nice touch. Okay, and I kind of like having like a portion of the ribbon on top and a portion of the ribbon off of the image. I'll show you what I mean by that in 1 second. So I'm going to tie my knot, and I always tie my knot and then trim a little bit off because I think it makes it look a little bit more, a little nicer when you kind of tie that excess off. Then I'm going to slip the ribbon right under that leaf, just because. And then you want your ribbon ends to be kind of in line with how big the image on your card is. So if this were a much larger image, I could have longer tails on my ribbon, but since it's a relatively short or small image, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so there's everything there. I'm going to adhere it to my card base, which I just now realized I have not yet folded, but that's no big deal. Set that aside for a second. And then we'll add the inside panel as well. So there's such simple cards, but I think really nice looking projects. And you have so many supplies in this kit to make tons and tons of projects. And of course, I will provide you with tons and tons of inspiration so that you can create all kinds of fantastic things with this kit. So if you've never purchased one of our product medleys before, you get a lot of money, or a lot of products for your money, and they're all arranged to work together so nicely. So I really like all of that. I love the value of our products because they really are amazing. So if you'd like to purchase any of the items that I use to make today's projects, you can shop my online store. I would be so grateful for your business. It helps me continue to bring amazing projects and videos just like this to you every week. And I've got links in the description of my video, and you can also help me by subscribing to my channel. There's a little box right there. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Please feel free to let me know what questions you have. And again, all the stuff that I used with the dimensions and all of those things are listed on my blog as well as in the description of this video. So check it out. Thank you guys. We'll see you again soon, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.